Saturday night, so you know what's on. It's the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Cryan.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, the other half. So happy to have you with us on your Saturday night.
But this Saturday is really
special.
cool. It's very special.
I feel like we say that for a lot of shows. We're always like, oh, it's a big deal, it's special. But because the show is called the Delco Duo, this Saturday in particular is very special. So let's get to the debrief and we'll tell you why. All right, so look at your calendar right now. Look at your phone.
And set it for the next year and the year after and the year. It's 6/10, which, you know, June 10th, 6/10. Everybody in Delco is ringing some bells because it used to ring your phone.
It still does ring my phone. I mean, 484 kind of came in, the area code. You're 484.
I'm 484, but you're 610.
I'm a 610. So 610 is Delco Day.
Right, because that's the area code most people in Delco have.
Yes. And a lot of fun different things happen on Delco Day.
Right.
All due to some really cool guys that we have the opportunity to speak with and kind of tell us about like how it started.
Right.
And what Delco Day really is.
Yeah, the guys from Delco Live. So they made it happen and they talked with us about Delco Day. All right, we have Chris, and Al from Delco Live, a competing podcast, but we don't mind. We all love our friends from Delco. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello, ladies.
Thanks so much for joining us, keeping it very easy with two Chris's and Al. We appreciate that. And we're so excited because this is a special episode for the Delco Duo because it is Delco Day 610. And you guys actually started Delco Day. So tell us a little bit about it, the idea, and kind of what it entails.
So the original like grassroots creation of this started within like the punk music scene where we would go into Philly and we would actually do like a Delco night with like a bunch of like bands out Delaware County instead of an 80s night or like a goth night or anything like that. And then once Delco Live started up, we transitioned it into a full celebration of everything that is Delco. That started in 2016. It started at a little bar on Westchester Pike that isn't even there anymore, and it's grown ever since. The first right now we're doing it always went to charity. Right now, since Delco Day 3 to present, it's gone to the Headstrong Foundation, which is a great Delaware County born, bred, and currently operating charity that provides housing to cancer patients and their families that have to come here from out of the area. And we went from raising a couple $100s to raising tens of thousands of dollars.
I love it. I love it. And I love to hear that it's for charity. But why do you think, Al, Delco deserves its own day?
Why not? I mean, Delco is just, it's always been a fun, loving place. But also, like, we can make fun of ourselves. You can't do it. And when bringing everybody to Delco together, sometimes that could be a problem. But you know what? Delco Day has always been a good, fun time. Nobody's ever had any issues at Delco Days. And always just raising money and funds for a great charity and partying at the same time. What's more Delco than that?
Absolutely.
And it's an official day, right? Like this is recognized as an official 610. So for someone who's not familiar, why is 610 the actual day? What's with the numbers?
So it started because we literally sat there one day and realized that our area code is 610. That's how every phone number around here used to start until 44 came in. And we're like, oh, that could be June 10th on a calendar, 610. Okay, cool. And then that's how it started. And we've kept it going alive. And yeah, since 2018, so Delco Day 3 by our standards, it's been on the books in Harrisburg. They go up there, our state representatives go up there, give a nice little speech about Delaware County. Shockingly, it's passed unanimously every year. No other counties just spoke out against it.
You don't have the representative from Montco? Like, no way. We're sick of this guy.
I'm actually waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, well.
It'd be a good way to get your name in the papers. To be like, oh, they hate a charity day that the county uses to celebrate.
Delco Day could certainly cross the aisle. You know, totally bipartisan.
I do love that because, Delco's become just such a, so famous. It's not just Delco, really. I'm sure you're getting support from outside the county.
Yeah, just even Delco Live's views in general is, it's a good amount within the county right now, but a lot of them are the people who moved out of town that just want to hear what's going on out here. Some people just call in just to hear our accent and show their friends out. And, if they moved to Albuquerque or moved to like Montana, they're like, oh no, that's the way we talk back there.
Yeah, that's how they say hoagie.
Yeah, this is how they say hoagie, phone, home, water, like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw that, you have sort of a swearing in for non-Delconians. What's that about? Because both of our husbands are actually not Delco boys, and that was something that we had to come to terms with. So what is the swearing in of a non-Delconian?
Yeah, I forget exactly which one that started at. I want to say it happened around 4 or 6. I forget. But the first few years we did it, there was people who would actually be like, but I'm not like originally from Delco. Can I go? And it's like, yeah, it's a celebration of Delco. They're like, good. I love this county. I wish I could say I was from Delco. At 610 on 610, we swear in anyone who's not from this county that wants to be an honorary Delconian, and we've sworn in people from Montgomery County, Chester County, but we've sworn in people from as far away as Pakistan, India, Italy, Greece, Australia. We had one year,
and New Jersey.
And they love their little flags. We have a couple of local politicians that may have moved here later in life, got into political office, and some of them actually have their little flags in their office. So if anyone says, you're not even from here, be like, haha, yes, I am.
Yeah, I got sworn in. So our husbands, both New England guys, it's been tough, but I actually feel they have become more Delco than us. Yes. They just really...
They've embraced the culture.
Yes, absolutely. They love it.
Did you guys go husband shopping in New England? Is that just how it works? I'm not sure how that happens.
We just drove up the Merritt Parkway.
To be fair, we met them both in Philadelphia, so it's not our fault. It's not our fault. I'm like, that's your problem.
Is it like a Celtics Sixers game or something?
My husband's Knicks, so it's not, and Yankees.
Oh, what's he like? Connecticut.
There
you go. All right.
I've got a Celtics fan though. He's New Hampshire, so
can they get sworn in?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll even make custom flags. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. My girlfriend is out there. She's made 50 flags already, taking custom requests on our Facebook page, which everyone should go like and follow right now. Delco Live, and you can follow us on Instagram at Delco_live.
There you go.
And what is Delco Live? If our watchers right now, our viewers, they're like, okay, I want more of these guys. Tell us about Delco Live.
Al has his own little thing.
That's not going to. Nobody's going to look at us and want more. Trust me. It's only less.
Al has his whole PR speech ready for what we are, and you're going to hear the phrase "internet radio" a lot. We're a podcast, but Al, tell us about our internet radio show.
We are a live internet-based radio show. I podcast the show at the end, but no, we do a live show every other Tuesday with sprinkled in pre-recorded stuff. Kind of like what we're doing here, we talk about Delco, we talk about things going on in Delco, but we also just talk about things from a Delco perspective. Just funny or something that happened to us during the day. If he's stuck in traffic and he wants to come in and vent, he'll do that. Because we found out one day we're sitting around, we're just talking, and people are like around us laughing at what we're talking about. We're like, well, let's try doing this on camera. And
isn't that how every podcast starts?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how this show started for us, too. Yeah. We just decided that we had a lot of ideas that we needed to share with people.
With the phrase, if a microphone was in front of us, we could sell.
Yeah, I think that did come up. I mean, then we started in my basement and grew all the way up to, we have our own studio here in Seacane, Pennsylvania, right here, and then 19018.
Right behind Imperial Pizza, home of the Sandy Beach pizzas.
Oh, the Sandy Beach, we love it.
We'll come out to Delco Day, and you can actually get some slices of Sandy Beach.
They're going to be dropping off pizzas every 2.5 hours throughout the day and night.
And Delco Day from 2 p.m. till 2 a.m.
Yep. So we're still going.
We're still going.
Yep. Oh, if you're watching this live, you can still catch the last shipment of Imperial showing up.
Perfect.
Get out the door.
Yep.
Finish watching the show and then head that way. Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks, ladies. Thank you.
They are bringing so much fun to Delco Day. So much fun talking with them.
Yeah, and by the time this show's over, there's still 2 hours left of Delco Day, so they have a ton of bands.
We're waving to them.
Games. Yeah, if you have us on at JT Brewski's right now, you probably can't hear us. They're probably just watching it muted, but
absolutely.
Hopefully you are having an amazing Delco Day. I think by this point, they have been having an amazing Delco Day.
And next year, after this little guy comes, we're going to Delco Day.
We're going to Delco Day. Oh, gosh, so fun. All right, awesome. Now we will get to the issues, so that's coming up, of course. We got to get to
one issue.
What our job is here.
Yeah, okay, so it's about neighbors. Okay. So
we can handle that.
We can handle it. Stay with us. All right, we're right back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yes. We take your issues that you send to us, and then we try and help you out. So we got this one from Pete from Parkside.
All right, so Pete says, lately we have found many of the neighbors' kids' balls, cones, etc. sitting in our yard for days. Their kids run through the yard and have balls hitting our house at times. We are considering putting up a fence, but here's the thing. It would be only on their side of the house, so of our house. So like between this neighbor and Pete's house, it would just be a fence.
Which is funny because, you know, it depends on the kind of house you have, but your house could be bordering one other house or like 4 other houses, especially in some of these like big towns in Delco.
I don't know what that was. That just scared me. Something just fell from our ceiling.
Oh, my goodness.
This place is haunted. I can't tell you.
It was the butcher. Remember you said it before.
That was last season. If you are new to the Delco Duo, I strongly believe that this studio is haunted, and something just scared both of us.
Oh my goodness. That was so... Anyway, I was saying, depending on your house, you can have like one other house next to you. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not that offensive to put up one fence. Offensive, put up one fence. But if you've got like 4 houses bordering yours and you put it up for one side and not the others, that's very obvious.
Well, I think that's the message that Pete's trying to get across. I mean, his email said a little bit more in depth about how, you know, they're not super friendly with the neighbors. I mean, it's like any neighbor. I feel like everyone has at least one side of the house that they don't really interact with much. Maybe you wave, you smile when you see them, but they're not close friends. And he said at one point it was 22 different objects from the neighbor's kids that were in his yard. That's a lot of things to not pick up.
That's a lot of stuff to not pick up. The parents need to ask the kids to pick up after themselves. They can have fun. We had neighbors when, not when I live in media, but we lived in Havertown. We had neighbors who played in our backyard all the time. And I loved it. I loved hearing them. They were so cute, but they were so respectful, and they never left anything. They never left anything in our yard. So I feel bad for Pete from Parkside that the neighbors are leaving. Let them play in your backyard, but to leave the stuff.
What about the balls hitting the house? I think that would bother me. But again,
wait, do you think it's like real like baseballs? I was only thinking like wiffle balls because that's all these kids
I was thinking like basketball, any type of ball.
Yeah, no, I think this is unfortunate for people.
I live in a development that's an HOA, and we have gotten emails about kids cutting through the yard after school. That's ridiculous. You can cut through my yard and get to your house.
Yes.
That is a normal thing that kids do. I think I used to do that all the time.
Yes.
Cut through my yard. But then we got a follow-up saying that like some sporting equipment, so I don't know what sporting equipment, but like hitting some of the cars in the driveways and stuff. So I can understand how people, you know, their house and their cars, you don't want basketballs, wiffle balls, whatever.
Absolutely not. But especially because if you have to cut the lawn, you have to remove all that stuff. Or if you have a company that cuts the lawn for you, you still have to remove that stuff yourself. They won't cut it.
I think this comes down on the parents. Like, I'm not parent shaming anyone, but how old are these kids? Like, are they teenagers where they know better? Or are they younger where they just play and then they're done and they go inside and you need to say, get back out there and clean up your things?
Yeah, clean up your stuff. I don't blame him for putting up the fence and making a point of it.
And fences are expensive. So putting up a fence is not a cheap thing. So if you just want to do one side, then it's not a good look. Pete, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's not a good look. You're sending a message. But if that's the message that you want to send, I think they're definitely going to get the point.
I hope they do. But sometimes they seem like rude neighbors to begin with, just leaving their stuff on your lawn. So maybe they don't even care the kind of message you're sending. But I think this is a good message to send.
They should get a dog. The dog can retrieve.
Are you kidding?
They should get a golden retriever.
Don't get a dog.
Can retrieve the balls and bring them back.
There's so much to a dog. And sometimes I always feel like you get a dog and they never do the job that you want them to do. Like,
what's a dog's job?
To guard the house. The dog that you get to guard the house always ends up the laziest dog, laying down in the friendliest.
Okay.
The dog that you get to retrieve never retrieves. The dog you get to keep the other dog company never keeps the other dog company. They never do what you want. No, I think the fence is a good idea, but like you said, they're expensive. So getting it on one side sends an ugly message.
Yeah, I don't think the relationship's gonna, improve. But good luck, Pete.
But the good thing is, real quick, the good thing is that these kids only do this for maybe 3 or 4 summers. And then they're done. They don't play like that They do that at best.
That's what Monica says. We'll see. All right, coming up next, we are at the part of the show where we have one of our own issues to talk about. And as we're getting closer and closer to due date, I think I've got a lot to say. So stay with us.
And welcome back to the Delco Duo. We are still celebrating 610 Delco Day.
Yes.
Do you remember your home phone number? The landline?
Yes.
Do you think people have those?
My mom still has a landline that rings. She doesn't want to disconnect it. It's all telemarketers, and
that's crazy.
She still has the landline. So I remember it. I would say it, but I'm not going to because you could actually call it right now if you wanted to.
I think my number for home, the 610, it was 566 something, was given to another phone because we haven't used it in forever.
Yeah. They don't just retire them, they recirculate them. I thought like once it wasn't yours, it's done.
I don't know how that works, Verizon.
Well, maybe you might know, so tell us if you do. But let's get to one of our own issues of the night.
Meisner needs an advisor.
This could be potentially the last time that you're advising me.
I think we have one more show.
Okay.
Before
the baby decides to get here.
Baby comes, right. But you don't want to count on anything.
Nope.
You don't want to count on anything. It could happen, really, at this point, happy, healthy baby could happen at any moment.
Yes. So obviously because of that, we are starting to, get into that mode of any day now. Like, let's make sure that we're ready. So the hospital bag has been something, that I've been thinking about. Got to get that together just so you can grab it and go. And I don't know if it's just a social media thing or this has progressed over time, but I've seen so many videos on social media of pack my hospital bag with me. And it's pregnant women who are packing their bags to go. And look, you can bring whatever you want to the hospital. I'm not judging you, but it's giving me stress and anxiety of, do I really need to bring? I saw one woman pack a steamer. She brought a steamer with her to the hospital.
That's ridiculous.
Because she didn't want the baby's clothes to be wrinkled upon his arrival. So I wanted to ask you, how far in advance did you pack your hospital bag?
Well,
and what did you bring?
Jenna, welcome to the world of constantly being like, am I doing this right? When you become a mom, a parent, you constantly are on social media going, I didn't do that. This is
blessing.
Crazy. Why are
you
doing that?
The information that we have access to nowadays is a blessing and a curse.
Right. Like I found some things out. I was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't be letting my kids watch this TV because Instagram told me not to. Coco Melon. I thought it.
Really?
Yes. I thought Coco Melon was great. My kids loved it. Apparently they love it because it's making them have a bad attention span. I was like, what?
Oh my
And there was a mom on it who was like, you should not be letting your kids watch this. But anyway.
Everyone's got an opinion.
This is just the first step, and many, many other times you will feel mom guilt that you're not doing enough, you're not doing the right thing.
Bringing the right stuff.
Yes, to somewhere, but no, you don't need a steamer. But
I knew that I didn't need a steamer, but how far in advance did you pack? Because some women are like in early labor and, contractions and whatnot, and they're packing. So
no, you definitely want to be.
Were you ready to go? Was yours packed, zipped?
Yeah, I mean, mine was packed. Eugene's was packed. That whole thing.
Did you guys share a bag? That's the second part of this issue.
No.
We have
two bags.
Two issues here.
Yeah, Eugene has his own bag. I have my bag. And because Eugene's was it was very different. He had like sheets and stuff.
Sheets?
Yeah, to put on the.
I need sheets.
I would pack sheets for Tate.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so sheets is not on the list.
Just because they have like a couch for them.
I'm sorry, I do not care if Tate has clean sheets or if he's comfortable at all. That is the least of my worries when I'm about to have a child, is if Tate has clean sheets.
Maybe I'm like one of those, but no. Some people.
I told him to bring a blanket and a pillow, but
blanket.
Okay, well. add that
to the list. There is a lot to add. There's a list that you can find like online that'll kind of tell you what you should bring.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Online is getting out of control. So I think I've got a pretty good grasp on what I'm gonna need, what the baby's gonna need.
But we talked about this. Women now are doing their hair and makeup.
Yeah.
So like their water will break.
It's not happening.
And then they do their hair and makeup.
See, ideally it would just happen after work. So I'm like, oh, I wake up like this.
No.
But no, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're right. People are
doing their hair. My suggestion, put your hair up because you lay down.
I don't want to know.
It gets mad at you.
Ignorance is bliss for me. But anyway, the second quick part of this issue is, so I have everything laid out on our guest room
and Tate does
in the bedroom. And he recently put what he's contributing. And this man, you would think we're going on a week vacation. Oh. I'm like, hun, why do you have so many pairs of shirts, so many pairs of shorts? Yeah. Like we're only going to be there for a couple days, hopefully. So
exactly.
And he has almost more stuff than me.
Oh wow. Nope.
Sheets is not a part of that, but he thinks we're going on like a Hawaiian vacation.
Some sheets in there. And don't worry too much. I didn't do the pictures either at the hospital, so I didn't need anything.
Family's so close. My sister already said, like, if you're there and you forget something, like they'll be there in 5 seconds. All right, let's get to the trivia. Coming up, Monica, is actually Flag Day on June 14th. And I wanted to ask you, which borough touts the motto, birthplace of Flag Day?
I have no idea.
Well, think about it.
My goodness, who knew? All right, which borough touts the motto, birthplace of Flag Day?
I didn't know this was in Delco.
Right, because again, it's a national thing, and now we're talking originated in Yeadon.
So actually,
yay, Yeadon.
Yay, Yeadon. It's the hometown of Flag Day founder Thomas Kerr. So Thomas Kerr, and he's in this photo actually with Harry Truman as he's signing like the official. This is official Flag Day holiday.
Right, like every June 14th.
Yes.
We will celebrate Flag Day. Mm-hmm. Yeadon has a parade today, Saturday, already happened.
Yep.
But they celebrate because they are the birthplace of Flag Day.
Which is crazy. Just another thing that happened in Delco that you don't even realize.
You don't even realize. And Thomas Kerr spent his life,
Are you making this up now?
No, he really wanted to celebrate the flag. He loves it. And the good old Stars and Stripes. I just read that. He spent his life, and I love that.
Thank you, Thomas Kerr.
Because it's such a cool
giving
flag.
Us another accolade to Delco.
It is only fair because it was created in Philadelphia. Betsy Ross.
Well, our girl Betsy, obviously.
Love our girl Betsy.
She gets some props as well.
Go Betsy, creating the Stars and Stripes, the most beautiful flag, and then he's protecting it and celebrating it. So cool.
Love it. Love it. All right. So if you are looking to get in touch with us, because a lot of people are like, how do I talk to you guys? Delco Duo, PHL17.com. We love your emails. They're really, really funny.
They are really funny. And we've gotten some things and people are like, oh, I want one of these mugs.
We tell you guys every episode, like these were crafted on like a home crafting machine.
Thing. Sorry.
I mean, neither of us own a Cricut, but we got to find someone who does, and maybe we can make some for you.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for interacting with us, sending us your issues, and we always appreciate it. Delco Duo at PHL17.com.
And of course, we're on all the social media. So enjoy Delco Day.
Delco Day. We love you, Delco.